We need to hire more women in the first place. We need to get more women into film schools. We need to get, we need to get more women in at the bottom of the ladder and let them climb up.
99% українських дівчат навіть не знають, що таке фемінізм. Я не повинна так посміхатись постійно.
What I did basically, because I could shoot and I knew how to use an audio recorder, I just packed everything up and I moved to Ukraine and started making a documentary by myself. And so because of that, I was able to get a lot of opportunities. I feel like if you wait around, they don't really come. But if you go out there and just get started and shoot things, like there kind of aren't that many obstacles if you're creating your own work.
My name's Hannah and I'm auditioning for the role of JonBenet Ramsey. Do you know who killed JonBenet Ramsey?
I remember the first day of the casting JonBenet. The crew were Colorado crew. They've been working there for years, and here I am, this foreigner that's trying to make a movie. One of the sound team was giving me notes as to, like, directing notes in my ear, and I was thinking, oh my God, this is so inappropriate. And I think it took him a few hours, as he watched me work, and then by the end of the day, he was like very deferential. But I think once he saw that I knew what I was doing, but you do get a bit of that.
Have a seat. Whatever's going on, you can tell me. That's what I'm here for.
There's not enough women in the film industry. Often the division of labor is very gendered, so women are, made to get the coffee, whereas the boys are allowed to sit in on the meetings. So I kind of wanted to make something that explored kind of like concrete examples of like these microaggressions and things that can strip a young woman of her self-confidence. The Assistant is a very pure film. No one got in there and said, you need a montage or, fill it with music. They let me do my thing.
It's a tough job, but I can see that you've got what it takes.
I don't know, I still think people don't expect film directors to look like me. In one of my documentaries, every person that walked into the room, I had a 6-foot-tall male assistant, and they would all turn to him. They would give me their coats and turn to him whenever they walked in. And this would happen again and again, and he'd like take the coats from me and say, okay, Kitty, what are we doing? And that person would then feel very awkward, and it kept happening. And it really does mess with your self-confidence, because you think, does this not look, am I not supposed to be here? Am I not supposed to be in charge? Like, it does mess you around a little bit, but I don't know, it's gonna keep happening. I still have people, I was at an awards ceremony and someone assumed I was the coffee girl. Like, you know what I mean? It happens all the time. Crews, because it's often filled with men, like big men, and heavy kind of equipment. And I remember Jane Campion told me, I said to her, I don't want to do fiction, I'm scared of the big crews and all the men. And she said, you got the actors and you got the camera and you got to do your job and just focus on that and ignore kind of the circus that surrounds it. And there is more talk around, or conversations around the fact that there aren't enough women making movies. I think I'm getting more opportunities, and I'm seeing my friends get more opportunities to direct things that I don't think they would have got a few years ago. So I think it is shifting, but it just takes time. Being called a female filmmaker, it used to bother me a little bit, because I felt like, it means I'm something else, or I'm not a filmmaker, I'm something different. And now I feel like we're more accepted, and maybe that's okay. And maybe that can inspire some young women to get out there and do it.